have a confession for all of you. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm your host, Ever the Bond. Make sure you like the video and hit the subscribe button. We've been slacking on the subscription front lately. I know a lot of y'all are already subbed, but for the new people, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But that's neither here nor there. I have a confession for y'all. We went out there and we disposed of the Houston Rockets. We washed our hands of them, if you will. It was a slaughter towards the second half. It was disgustingly competitive in the first quarter, but after that they found their stride and they got to it. But I have a confession for each and every one of you, and I hope that this is indeed a safe space. I hope that this is a place where we can all commune. I hope that this is a place where we can all have fellowship. You know, this is the church of Blow It Up. Hopefully, this is a place where we can all get on here and have communion, and we can really speak with our hearts held high, with our chins out. Hopefully, this is the type of environment where we can get certain things off and there's no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. You know, it's like when you go to Jazzercise or Curves, or if any of those establishments are still open. I might be dating myself a little bit, but that's not here nor there. I just hope that this is the type of environment where you can go in and get a good workout and there are no mirrors. It is a judgment-free zone. That's what I'm hoping. As this video commences, as this video begins, I hope that this is an environment to where I can speak freely and I won't be judged for it. So, the words of every YouTuber on earth, without further ado, here is my confession that I have for every one of you. Y'all, this guy right here, Sever the Bond, I think I'm a hater. I think I'm a hater, and I think I can't enjoy things because I'm so opinionated and I get so stuck in certain stances that I am unable to enjoy things that should bring me joy. And I think I am just a Class A hater, and I don't think anything is going to solve that. And I think if you followed me through the multiple channels I've had and the multiple places I've been on here on the internet, you know that to be true. And this is a strong moment. This is like when you admit that you're an alcoholic or something like that. Like this is a strong moment here for Sever the Bond on the internet. I think I'm a hater. Because, oh my God, I don't like Mikal Bridges. I just don't. And there's nothing he could do that could make me like him. And I think I'm okay with that. And shout out to him. Again, when he has some type of amazing moment in the playoffs or something like that, then maybe I'll come around to him. But for right now, I just don't like him. I just don't like him. I can't watch Mikal Bridges do what he's doing and watch Cam Thomas get a DNP. I can't watch it. I can't watch Cam Thomas not get minutes and sit there and do the Brooklyn Bridges dance with y'all. And maybe I'm just a hater. Maybe I'm just a bum. I mean, man's has scored 30 points like 5 games in a row. I should be applauding this. When he's out there, when he's hitting a shot, he looks like Kevin Durant. Like, I should be proud of this. I should be happy for this. But I can't bring myself to celebrate with y'all. Every time I hear someone say Brooklyn Bridges, I cringe so hard. I just can't. I can't do it. I don't like it. It's despicable. It's disgusting. I'm not here for it. But he's playing amazing. I have no criticism for him. He'll occasionally play defense and he'll be like, oh, look at him. He'll hit a shot every now and again and you'll be like, oh, buddy can't miss, right? Jacques Vaughn is out there with a blindfold on, just swinging at a pinata just at the wrong party entirely. And this man will break through the matrix and go back to the shots that he knows how to make. Jacques Vaughn has them like taking 1,000,000 threes a game, which I'm convinced Jacques does not know what he's doing, by the way. And I don't want to run another coach out of New York again because I feel like I've done this 8 times at least on YouTube, and I'm trying to hold off judgment on it, especially if they're winning. But I don't think Jacques Vaughn knows what he's doing, but that's not here there. But Jacques Vaughn has them taking like 1,000,000 3-pointers a game and had heavy criticism from Mikal Bridges', oh God, have I been calling him Miles again? I'm sorry. from Mikal Bridges' a mid-range game saying that it would be more efficient if he were to take threes. And in the beginning of the game, you saw him taking a couple threes, but that wasn't working for him, so he got back to his off-the-dribble game. And the fact that he was able to play the way he was playing, and he's clearly hurt, and I'm not talking about the minor leg or ankle injuries he might be having. I'm talking about the fact that his wrist is like wrapped up like CM Punk or something like that, and he's still out there shooting the ball the way he does. I mean, it's spectacular. Honestly, Ben Simmons could learn a thing or two about playing through injuries from that man, but that's neither here nor there. But Mikal played incredible, and I have no valid criticism for him. I just don't like him. I think he's a little corny. And I know some of y'all are looking at me saying, Seven, you calling someone corny? But it is what it is. I just don't like him. We could be down 30 and he'll do the little joint. I'm just not with it. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's funny. I don't like the way he's being shoved down our throats. You know what I mean? Man does, he scores because he's got the ultimate green light. He gets to 30 points, and all you hear is Ryan Rukos in the gym. Well, a star is born. It feels so forced. It feels so... I just don't like him, okay? I'm just a hater, and that's okay, because at least I can admit it. At least I can admit it. Some of y'all can't admit it. At least I can admit it. I'm just a hater, and that's okay. I'll be the only person in the fan base that doesn't like him, and that is okay. And I'm not saying that I think he's a bad person. He seems like a swell guy. Shout out to him. He seems like a nice man, and that's stupendous. Do I think he has outgrown, the criticism that I have of him, that he's just a certified role player? Absolutely. He's played consistently great enough to where that type of label has to be shed. I mean, he's clearly a star. He's clearly our star, and it is what it is. And is it saltiness because I have so much confidence in Cam Thomas? Honestly, I feel the way that little a girl felt at the end of like the soft taco commercial or whatever, when it was like, do you want the hard shell or the soft shell? And she said, why not both? And they hoisted her up. They hoisted her up and had a celebration in the streets. That's the type of energy I'm on. Why can't we have both? I don't think we have to choose between Mikal and Cam Thomas. I think we can just have both, especially because Cam Johnson ain't doing nothing as it is. You want to talk about a streaky shooter? You want to talk about some streaking? I seen Buddy running around in his birthday suit outside the Barclays. That's how streaky he is. I think it's possible that we could have both. We can have Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas and Claxton and just have a nice three-headed monster and have the new version of the big three. You can still do the cute twin stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we can have both. I don't think it has to be this either or thing. But again, Jacques Vaughn is so hell bent on this idea of it's like a plug and play, and only a certain amount of people are going to get minutes. You saw it happen yet again with no Cam Thomas. Well, actually, who got that? Because I feel like the rotation got even smaller. I feel like it was a conscious decision to not play Cam Thomas, and the rotation got even smaller because you had Royce O'Neal. Royce O'Neal played well. You had Joe Harris. Joe Harris played well. You had Claxton. Oh, no, I know who took his place. It was Nerlens Noel. I don't need to look at the box score. It was Nerlens Noel. That's who took his spot. It was Nerlens Noel. Because think about it like this. You have your regular starting lineup. You have Spencer Dinwiddie, which, my God, Spence. Throwing a lob cannot be that difficult as a professional athlete. I understand it's difficult for regular people, but as a professional athlete and you're a point guard, it cannot be that difficult to throw a lob, but that's not here nor there. You got Spencer Dinwiddie, you got Mikal Bridges, you got Cam Johnson, you got Finney Smith, and you got Claxton, right? That's your starting five. The individuals who came off the bench was Seth Curry Joe Harris, Royce O'Neal, and Nerlens Noel. That was it. I'm not going to look at the box score. I'm going to have confidence that I just remember the game. So that's a rotation of 9 people. And I will give Jacques Vaughn credit that this rotation of 9 played a decent amount of minutes. It's just there was always a starter out there. Like we had that major comeback moment when it was like that bench squad with Cam Johnson, right? They were feeding Joe Harris and Seth Curry and stuff like that. But I don't understand how that means Sumner just doesn't play anymore. I don't understand how that means Watanabe can't sniff the court anymore. I don't understand how that means Cam Thomas gets no more minutes. And to Noel's credit, he played very good. He almost fouled out, but it's his first game, and he didn't foul out, so I won't blame him for it. But I don't see how the casualty bin is getting this deep, right? Like if Day'Ron Sharpe never plays again, I don't think anyone's upset about that, right? If Patty Mills never plays again, I don't think anyone's upset about that, right? But how well did Sumner play? You know, just to give those minutes to Seth Curry and say you're the backup point guard now, like sure. And I know it's like hefty decisions to make, but it's just like if anyone is being sacrificed in the rotation, you could argue Watanabe's getting done the dirtiest here, but Cam Thomas going to 0 minutes? I don't subscribe to it. I'm not here for it. I think it's a little nasty, and I want to know what happened to have this man this low on the totem pole. I just don't understand it. But again, I really shouldn't have anything to complain about because they're winning. And granted, it was the Rockets, so it's like it's not like we're beating our chest or anything like that. And I want to make it clear for all 3 Rockets fans in the world, like this is not me booping on y'all. I don't really consider beating y'all to be an accomplishment. That's just what you're supposed to do, right? It's like how your grandmother and Chuck E. Cheese look at your report card and say, now listen, you feel me? If it's not A's, then, right? You show your grandmother your report card and such, and it's like, oh, look, I got all A's. And the first thing she says is, well, you're supposed to, right? Same thing with Chuck E. Cheese. You don't get no tokens unless it's A's, right? Same thing with Krispy Kreme. Do y'all have Krispy Kreme in New York? I don't know. Let me ask. Hey, Siri. Uh-huh. Is there a Krispy Kreme in New York? Y'all have Krispy Kreme. Okay. So that joke landed. I just wanted to be sure. Because sometimes I throw stuff out there and I feel like y'all look at me a certain way. So y'all have Krispy Kreme. You get right. You show them the report card. You feel me? Right? Back in the old school pizza, you remember you showed them the report card. You do the reading assignments, right? Oh, God. Pollen's crazy outside, but that's not here or there. Anyway, I feel like these things are just supposed to happen. And I should be happy. You know, even though we're supposed to beat them, I'm just happy that we're collecting wins again and things are going well. Let me check what the Eastern Conference is looking at. I think we passed the Knicks again. Let me take a little look-see real quick. Eastern Conference. Did we pass the Knicks? Or did we tie with them? I think we're tied with them. I think that's how that works. I'm not quite sure. I think we're tied with the Knicks. I think, sort of. Like, they've got a couple more wins than we do, but we got the same amount of losses. So if they were to... Can you believe they lost to the Hornets, by the way? Jesus Christ. If they were to lose another game, we would take their spot. But that's not here and there. I think our next game is Milwaukee, so I feel like that's going to be a back and forth. But you know how I feel about that. As long as we're like right next to them and we don't have to see them, I'm perfectly fine with that. Because whoever they meet in the first round, they'll get beaten by. So we don't have to worry about them. But yeah, but back to the video, man. Like I'm happy. I think it's great that Mikal is playing well, seeing as though we're stuck with him for the foreseeable future. It's good that he's doing his job and he's blossoming into an amazing young talent. And who knows, he might be that quote-unquote guy at some point. And, you know, it's great that we got him. It's great that he gets along with everyone and everything's going great. I just don't like him. And I'm not a fan of the fact that Cam Thomas is lost in the sauce like this. I don't like that. But again, you know, as long as we're winning, I guess that's all that matters. I just wanted this video to just kind of just clear the air on how I feel about that man. And I'm a team first guy, right? I'm a Brooklyn Nets first guy. So if he's on the team, I'll support him. But it's giving. Well, I hate Kevin Durant, so it's not the same. But he's on the team, so I support him. But I'm just not the biggest fan of Mr. Mikal Bridges. But I know y'all are, so I will continue to you know, cover them and such. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you get what I mean. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the kid Sever the Bond. You're here on Nets Republic. Do you like Mikal Bridges? I feel like you all do, but, you know, just let me know down below what you think of Buddy. I think he broke, like, some record of, like, he's, like, the only player to have, like, 25 points and shooting some crazy percentage or something like that, and someone on a new team. There's, like, a statistic for everything. Like, if you look deep enough, I'm sure Claxton has, like, broken a record for like first person to like cut their locks off and average like a large percentage from the field or something like that. Like if you dig deep enough, there's a statistic for everything. So I'm not gonna, you know, gag on Bridges too much, but I'll leave that to y'all. And when you're done, come up for air and we'll continue to cover the team. But that's not neither there. Let me know your thoughts on everything down below. I'll see y'all whenever it is we play again. Will we beat Milwaukee? Who knows? I don't really put too much into the game. I just hope we play well. And that's all I'm asking for. I will see y'all later. Hopefully next game we can really have a deep dive on Jacques Vaughn, because I have my suspicions about that man. But that's not here nor there. I'll see y'all later. Good win.